Hi, welcome to Sesquicentennial State Park. My name's Stacy and I'm the interpretive ranger here.
Hi, and my name is Infinity. I am a historical interpretive intern for the South Carolina State Parks.
Today we're going to be talking a little bit about the history of the park. So hundreds of thousands of people visit this park annually to enjoy the recreational opportunities available. However, many may not be as familiar with the park's history. So prior to this land becoming a state park, this was home to indigenous people who came in contact with European settlers who enslaved African captives to work the land. Labor continued after slavery was abolished here. Communities were forged up until this land became a park in 1937. Infinity, can you tell us a little more about the pre-park history here at Sesquicentennial?
I sure can. The earliest documented landowner of this land is a man by the name of James Douglas. It is believed that Douglas would have acquired this land between 1825 and 1842. He would have exploited enslaved laborers to work on his plantation, producing food crops, dairy goods, and some lumber extractions. Enslaved individuals would have been responsible for cultivating different crops such as oats and rye. In Richland County, oats was a huge crop being grown and sold. At Douglas's farm, he would have been cultivating oats in the 1850s, but by the 1860s, he would have replaced the oats with rye. By the year 1850, there will be 11 enslaved African Americans tending to livestock and cultivating food crops. Those enslaved individuals would have also been responsible for churning butter and tending to hogs. By the year 1860, Douglas would have enslaved 18 African Americans, 5 adult men, 5 adult women, and 8 children. After Douglas's death in the year 1878, this land goes through a series of different landowners, ending with the Dent family. The Dent family would be the ones responsible for using this land for logging and turpentine extraction. Both had a dramatic effect on the environment. In the year 1880 is when the practice of turpentine extraction would expand to the Richland County area. It is the Dent family who would focus on the extraction of turpentine from the longleaf pine trees here. This system would also reinforce racialized labor structures. Today, we are still able to see surviving remnants of the labor by observing the scarring on the different trees, primarily in the campground area. As early as the 1700s in the United States, turpentine has been a major exported commodity. In fact, the turpentine business is one of the oldest businesses in regards to human civilization. Until the 20th century, pine tree resin was the third largest commodity to be exported out of the United States. When it came to production here on this turpentine camp, individuals would have been assigned different roles. You would have had the chippers. The chippers were the individuals responsible for chipping away at the different turpentine trees. These individuals would have been chipping away at up to 300 boxes a day to form what is known as cat faces. This is an example of a cat face. Those individuals would have been using different tools. This is just one of the tools that individuals would have used. This is known as a turpentine hack. A turpentine hack is used to chip away at the different turpentine trees. And individuals would have done this repeatedly until they got to the bottom of the tree. The next individual who will be present is known as the dipper. The dipper is the person responsible for collecting the sap that comes out of the turpentine trees. Individuals such as the tallymen are individuals responsible for collecting tally on how many trees are being chipped away at. Then next to them would be the superintendents. The superintendents are the individuals responsible for basically overseeing the overall production of the day's work. The Dent family sold their land to create Sesquicentennial State Park in 1937. By that time, the vast majority of the longleaf pine trees have vanished, leaving only a fraction of the original forest to remain. What is unfortunate about slavery is the lack of documentation about the individuals enslaved. Once again, many plantation owners view their enslaved people as merely disposable servants born to serve them. We have a few names from individuals who would have been working here in the 1870s, a few years after slavery was abolished. These people are known as freedmen and women. People like Tina Bird, Nancy Taylor, and her daughter, Teresa Wilson Taylor, would have all been working and living here. We believe that individuals who lived and worked on this land would have attended Corley Chapel African American Episcopal Church. The physical building of the church does not remain today, but it would have been adjacent to the historical cemetery within the eastern borders of the park. Corley Chapel was founded by William Pulaski Corley, an African American Civil War veteran. We hope you guys have enjoyed our educational video. Hope to see you soon at Sesquicentennial State Park.